Welcome. Welcome in. Got a story for you. Davey Stone's an alcoholic with a criminal record is sentenced to community service under the supervision of an elderly referee. Yeah, this is not a true story, but Davey's faced when trying to reform and abandon his bad habits. Welcome into another episode from the Critics Collective. We are talking Eight Crazy Nights, Adam Sandler's Eight Crazy Nights by Adam Sandler. He voices like three or four characters in this one. Everyone that you've ever seen really in an Adam Sandler movie makes a voice appearance in this movie. Now, this movie came out in 2002. It is under an hour and 20 minutes, which is a sweet spot for a movie, in my opinion, if it doesn't have anything going on. This is a holiday movie. A lot of people watch this during the holidays. If you don't see that background that looks festive, sometimes that could be a little telling. Now, I will say before I get into my highs and lows, and then we go ahead and rate this. This is early 2000s. This is the time for, not another teen movie, scary movie. There are just certain movies that came out in the early millennial where it was just it did things that you can't do now. You know what I mean? And we don't see movies like that anymore. And it's kind of sad that we don't see. So let's start with the lows. But before we start with the lows, hit the subscribe button, like, follow, and comment. That would be a great gift for us here at the Collective Family to make you a part of the Collective Family. Yeah, whatever that is. I will say, if you don't know Adam Sandler's comedy, when you watch this, you're setting yourself up for just lower expectations, because that's just kind of what this is. It's him being him, where he fully just takes what he's been doing in Saturday Night Live and skits and other movies and cameos and music. Before Lonely Island was Lonely Island, you had the styles of Adam Sandler and Eddie Murphy and all. Just point, but I could do the lows for this. Was the storyline is you're trying to say, hey, look, this person who was a really good basketball player had their parents die tragically and is now a crappy person, and the city feels bad for him, and he does a lot of mean things, in the city just still loves him anyway. He does things that she should be arrested and beat up for, but we just love the guy. And it sends a bad message up front, because regardless of those situations, other people go through that, if not worse, and they have to deal with the consequences in life. So it sets the tone that this person is going to be entitled, and it continues that tone. You're kind of getting the Scrooge story of learning and the redemption, and you get it, but it's much too late. It's much too late now. I think I did a review the night before, or it was Christmas or something. I can't remember. It had Seth in it. It had Captain America was in it. And you had Jonathan in it. Point blank, check for that review. I can't remember the movie, but it goes with a similar story, but that one I felt had more maturity than what this one did. The jokes, there are not that many jokes that you can recite in your life. And some people are like, why are you reciting jokes? Everyone has movies when you come to a comedy where you remember jokes, even when you're scrolling and you do like meme sound effects and stuff like that, because it becomes a part of your language. And there's not much in this. Now, I would be scraping, in my opinion, the bottom of the barrel if I said something like technical foul, right? Whitey, who's this little short white guy, also voiced by Adam Sandler. Technical foul is everything for him. Technical foul. And he sings a song. And this is also a musical. So if you're not a fan of a musical and you're not a fan of Adam Sandler, you're probably not going to like this. But that's really the only thing I can see myself saying every now and then is technical foul, when someone in the family does something like technical foul. But here's the thing. No one knows what the fuck I'm doing. No one knows what I'm doing. My son, who understands basketball, he'll say technical foul. I get it, but he doesn't get what the fuck. Anyways, jokes don't hit. The good stuff about this. No, I'll take that back. Bad stuff. One more. The cast. Yes, the cast is, and what some would say, somewhat almost an all-star for the universe that is Adam Sandler. But the cast, a lot of the same roles being played by just a different skin because it's a cartoon. It didn't bring value to anything. You heard a voice, you know exactly who it is. And you're like, I don't know if I should be offended or is this funny? Is this comedy? Maybe I just don't know comedy anymore. The guy who was you can do it. That guy, whatever his name is, Rob. Um, he plays the voice of, I believe, when you first hear the movie start, he's the narrator, whatever. He's that guy doing that voice, right? Then he's the Chinese waiter doing a horrible Chinese impression. You can't do this shit again for the most part because that's early 2000. But that's like that just kind of took it away from me. I'll talk about the good stuff. I did like how it was tough in the sense of there're just some people like that, tough skin, you know. You can't play R creators without someone saying some wild stuff or just, you know, stealing your loot. And that's just what it is. And I enjoy that aspect. But not everyone has a tough skin. And this is tough where Adam's character is calling a kid fat. And at one point saying, well, you know what? Fat kid's team loses because I like to see him cry. Like that is happening. And I don't know. I feel like in times you at certain times it's okay to see how the world kind of really is, how people kind of really feel. The animation is another good thing I would take. The animation reminded me of like early DreamWorks, and so I thought it was cool. It kind of felt like that, and that's really it. And that's me trying to find something now. What I can try to find is it in my heart not to give it a 0 if that sets the tone. But we have accolades here at the Critics Collective. It goes from a 5 being excellent, 0 being horrible, and I'm pretty sure you can guess at home where this is going to go. So if you want to go ahead and put in the comments what you think about 8 Crazy Nights, it is a staple to watch in some homes. So there's a chance you would watch this and you'd be like, hey, you know what? This is my favorite movie of all time. Kind of like Polar Express, but it's not for everybody. That's just what it is. I'm gonna rate this a 2. There's nothing special about this movie. If you watched it, it's not a movie that you'd probably watch with your kids, unless your kids are beating up grandpa and saying, "I'm gonna go spider monkey on you, grandpa." If that's your kids, maybe they'll watch this and they'll enjoy it. But 8 Crazy Nights from Adam Sandler, or Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights, just didn't do it for me. It didn't do it for fucking anybody, to be honest. This movie cost $35 million to make. They made $9 million opening weekend. They finished with 22, 25-ish worldwide. This did not make Adam money. Adam made a lot of money on some other stuff. This wasn't one of them. That's probably why we didn't see this again. And it's unfortunate because he brought us songs like, I can't think of the song, but it's Saturday Night Live. It was like, this is Hanukkah. Point blank, he's very talented. Just in this case, I don't know if 8 Crazy Nights is what we needed. Maybe one crazy night. You could have been anywhere in the world and you chose to be here. Check out the review for Polar Express. Until next time.